Welcome to Smoke Signals, a hard-hitting news program for students, by students.
Hi, I'm Harley.
And I'm Devin.
And this is Smoke Signals. First, we have Dev here with a story about the recently deceased Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
also known as the notorious RBG. Did you know Ruth Bader Ginsburg was born in Brooklyn, or that she was a major foodie? She was also an exceptional student at Cornell University, and she was an advocate for not only women's, but all gender rights in the 70s, and she was Bill Clinton's first nomination. He even went as far as to say that she was a Thurgood Marshall of women's rights. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. This is one of the many inspirational quotes given by the late, great Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Born Ruth Joan Bader in March 15, 1933, she graduated from James Madison High School, further went on to Cornell University, Columbia High School, and Harvard Law School, where she graduated top of her class. She met her husband, Martin D. Ginsburg, in 1954, and in the same year he got deployed to the military. She was inducted into the Supreme Court in 1993 by Bill Clinton, and she worked the day after her husband died from pancreatic cancer, and another time after breaking her ribs. She died September 18th due to metastatic pancreatic cancer.
Thank you, Devin.
Now you gotta go do the sports recap. Go do that.
Hello, Wolfpack sports fans. This is the rundown of this week's Wolves sports. The cross-country team traveled to Rockport for Blue Jay relays on Tuesday. Jordan Graff got a 10th place medal. At Shenandoah last night, many runners got their PRs. Great job, cross-country. The volleyball team played arch-rival Rockport Tuesday night at the Tech. In set 1, the Wolves were dominant. In set 2, the Wolves were dominant. In set 3, but the girls bounced back and beat South Hull in 3 sets easily last night. The girls golf team continues to dominate their competition. They recently won the EA tournament in Tarkio with Alex Barnett as the medalist. They all are looking strong as we move toward districts. The crowd was fired up as the Wolves football team played arch-rival Rockport last Friday night. After 2 weeks of not playing, they were hungry for a victory. Jared Spinato got the Wolves started with 2 interceptions and was also key with all of his kickoffs going into the end zone for touchbacks. He was one of the KMA players of the game. Quarterback Josh Smith got 5 touchdowns for the Wolves and was also named KMA player of the game. The Wolves defense shut out the Blue Jay offense and were dominant the entire game. Led by linebacker Kayla Merriweather, the team looks to continue their dominance tonight against the number 1 ranked Mound City Panthers. Tonight is Rave Night. Come out and support and be ready to rave. At halftime, the cheerleaders performed a dance for the crowd, and the EA Pep Band also performed 3 songs. The homecoming coronation took place after the game, where Grant Turnbull and Briley Staten were crowned king and queen.
You didn't have to push me.
Well, thanks anyway.
And that was your sports. And
So
now
this. Well, that was that.
Now we have 5 stupid questions and 1 good one with Redhead. Mr. Staten.
Hi, my name is Hunter Bennett. I'm here with Mr. Staten, the Tarkio English teacher at the Tarkio High School, and we're going to ask him 5 stupid questions and 1 good one. So, Mr. Staten, tell us a little bit about your family.
Mrs. Staten and I have been married for 24 and a half years. We have 3 children. Gentry just graduated from Northwest Missouri State, and she has a job in Kansas City. I'll tell you where it was, but I can't remember the name of it. Bradley is, our second child, is a senior this year, and she plans to go to Missouri Western and major in nursing. And Quinn is in the 7th grade, and he has his own business, Q&M Snowing and Mowing.
So, can you tell us where you're from?
I'm originally from Ravenwood, Missouri, which is God's country. I grew up on a farm there. We raised hogs and cattle and sheep, chickens. I'm a farm kid.
Can you tell us a little bit about your career and what you do?
I sure can. I graduated from Northwest Missouri State in 1994 with a degree in elementary education and middle school education, double degree, and a minor in social studies. And I taught elementary school for 15 years. I was a principal. You guys were in the 1st grade for 1 year at Tarkio Elementary. Then I went to Fairfax and taught 7 through 12 English, and now I'm back here teaching 7 through 12 English, or 7 through 9 right now.
All right. Let's get into the good question. Can you tell us what the most challenging aspect of your job is?
The most challenging aspect is also something I really enjoy, and that is trying to make sure that each kid learns. And I do believe it, but you have to be ready for every kind of learner there is. That was a hard thing to learn when I first started teaching, and you have to reach so many different levels in so many different ways. And some kids are auditory learners, and some kids are visual, and some kids are tactile, like Hunter Bennett. Kinesthetic needs that action, so you have to. So that's the toughest part, but it's also the most fun. The toughest part is keeping up with state demands.
All right, let's get to our stupid questions. So, what book made you cry the most?
What book made me cry the most? That's a great book. Let's see, we're reading Old Yeller right now. My ACT prep kids and I are reading Old Yeller now, so that's a cry book. A Child Called It. A Child Called It, about a young man who was abused by his family, and yeah, that's a good one. I mean, it's not a good one. I think everyone should read it because it's tough. It's probably that one. Old Yeller, always a good one.
So, as the Brain Bowl coach, can you tell us what makes you cringe and know you're going to lose this category?
Yes, when people buzz in without listening to the entire question, or when people buzz in and don't listen to the question at all. But we have really smart kids here, so most of the time they do a fantastic job with that.
So can you give us one of your guys' mowing stories about how we can appreciate how hard it is having a mowing company?
Having a mowing company, that's a good one. This summer we had rains and heat just the right time, and so we had to mow the 20 yards that he has or whatever about every week until about 2 weeks ago. So you just have to stay on top of it. Thankfully, I don't have another job, so I can just take him from one place to the next. I'm ready for him to get his license in a couple of years so he can drive.
So, toilet paper over or under?
Over the top, there's no other way. Haven't you seen the original diagram?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, our last question is probably going to hit you a little bit. What's the best thing about being a ginger?
Well, the best thing, that's a great question. I love that. I swore that I would never marry a redhead or have redheaded children. Both those are, I did it. But I guess you stand out from everyone else. When people see Mrs. Staten and me together, they think we're brother and sister because there are so few redheads. And I didn't like it at all until about 16 or 17, then I didn't care anymore. But I think it's sticking out in a crowd.
All right, thank you, Mr. Staten. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Hunter and Big Red.
Now we go to Umbarger, who's covering the FBLA Taco Tuesday event.
Hello, I'm Jaden Umbarger, and I'm at the FBLA Taco Tuesday. What did you do the Taco Tuesday for?
We did it as a recruitment event
And what are some of the things the freshmen need to know for coming into FBLA?
I just think FBLA is a really great way to network with it in other communities besides Tarkio and get involved in our own community and also gain business skills along the way.
Well, thank you, Ella. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Barger.
Now we go to Grant, who's interviewed the most popular TikTokers in Tarkio High School.
I'm Grant Turnbull, and I'm out here in the Tarkio halls looking for famous TikTokers. For those of you who don't know, like people of Martin's age, TikTok is a worldwide phenomenon that swept the nation. I'm here in the school with two TikTokers with a few questions about TikTok. How long have you been TikToking?
For a while, I guess.
A long time.
Are you guys TikTok famous?
No.
I'm not. Claire
No, I'm
definitely
not.
is, though. She's always on the For You page.
Seems like we have a bit of a debate. Thank you. I'm here with a few more famous TikTokers, asking them a few questions. So what has TikTok really taught you about life?
We're in the wild right now, looking for a wild pack. There's one right there. Get down, get down. You don't want to make any noise, because it will startle them into a dance. I think I found it, Dan. Come here. Now don't be quiet. The thing with these modern American TikTokers is they are very easily started. Zoom in on them. How beautiful of a nest. Wow, truly magnificent. I'm here live outside the bathroom and I found a wild pack. Now come in, what's he gonna say? Close we can get there. Now be very quiet. They can be easily started. Go, go, go! They've got me! They've got me! They've got me! I'm down! I'm down! I'm down! Help! 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 Help!
And now we're here with Dutson doing his dance. Thank you guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Grant.
That wraps up Smoke Signals this week. See you guys next time.
Is that him? I think that's him. Calling the reinforcements. Calling the reinforcements.
Tell my mom I love her.